I think most people overlook how much growth people go through. They just don't want to acknowledge it, don't make their research, don't ask questions, and just assume. Just watch some clips and just assume what the state of things are. Like there's the fucking outburst between Sneeko and Critical, and I think Critical's point are pretty worthless and don't advocate for what Sneeko is currently going through. He used some really old clips of him, like 2 to 3 years old, even though Sneeko has been going through the most growth during the past year. Like there's this take on the cuties, and I think his take is pretty based. Like I was against it before I actually watched what he had to say. I was like, oh, he's advocating for child porn. What the fuck? And then I watched the trailer of Cuties. Then I watched his video, and I understand why he said that this movie is so great. Because it's not child porn. Like, there's worse on fucking YouTube, my guy. But it's talking about something else. It's like families want their children to be more conservative, not being outlandish, and the teenagers or the childs, let's say, just want to be dancing around and make others and extract attention from others, which makes a lot of sense in this current age with TikTok and everything. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. It's an attention seeking economy. And the more attention you can get, the better. And he also showed how differently the movies are advertised depending on the countries and part of the world. Because Cuties isn't advertised the same way in Europe than it is in America. Like the poster for Cuties in America is pretty fucked up. It's young girls dressed up like they are adults doing a dancing show. But the way it's advertised, the poster in Europe, it's not the same. It's not the same at all. It's just young girls hanging around in the streets, dressed casually. Not sexualized, but in America it is. That's the poster. Sexualized childs. So in that sense, of course America gets triggered. Of course, because no one wants to tolerate that. But in Europe, it's not even close to be the same way it's advertised. Because it's mignon, and it means pretty much cute, but it's not just cute. Because cute can be applied to many things, actually. But mignon is more for, like, younglings. Mignon. You don't say that to someone who's old or, an adult. It's for younglings. It's for childs. Even teenagers seems like a stretch to be saying that. But, in America, saying a teenager is cute isn't, outlandish. It's not weird. It's the way the word is supposed to be used. So that's why the advertising cannot be the same. And in America, drama creates attraction, and attraction is influence. I don't think Netflix had to do an apology for it. I didn't actually watch the movie, but after watching the trailer, I got the gist of what the message was. I've watched a few videos about reviews about it, and I understand what the goal of the show was. And as I always say, questioning your own mentality, your own ideologies is very important. And Critical didn't even surface what Sneeko had to say. He just said, he supports child porn, without even taking the clip, analyzing it, giving his take. No, he just said, he advocates for child porn. Even though Sneeko is against all porn. He's against Pornhub, everything. He's against it all. Yet, people make assumption that Sneeko advocates for fucking child porn, even though he's always talking about Epstein Island, how fucked up it is, how, the list of people went on Epstein Island to fuck children came out right before, the Andrew Tate arrest, and it just got overlooked because Andrew Tate is more important. Even though there's no evidence of what he has done so far. And there's evidence of people fucking going onto an island to fuck children. We have the evidence and we overlook it. Growth is the most important thing you should see in people. Because everyone goes through growth. I've watched Critical, Charlie, Moist Critical, for the past years. I've known him for longer than I've known Sneeko. But the growth he's been through isn't even comparable to what Sneeko has been through. Not even close. Like in my opinion, Charlie hasn't been even growing that much. He's pretty much the same, if not worse. And it's sad because his following just keeps on growing. And he doesn't advocate for anything positive. He just watches some clips here and there, does some stupid shit. He used to make some funny things. Honestly, when I started watching him, his humor was really satire. It was really fucked up. Like he didn't try to be serious. He was just funny in of itself. But now he's trying to make some fucked up shit, doing a contest against Belle Delphine to own the most sex toys, which is just whack. Everyone knows it's whack. Instead of being a contest of who can give more to charities or help people, no, it's about owning fucking sex toys. And YouTube supports it. It's crazy. We live in a clown world. I was talking with my family yesterday. We were talking about primary school, high school, college and shit. And I never talked to them about that time I tried to get a girl that was with all her friends, because it made me kind of anxious. I thought it was cringe, but since I've talked about it on the internet, I don't even mind talking about it. It's an experience. It's a story. It's funny. And my dad just thought, I was dumb, because I've told him that since then, I was kind of popular in high school. Girls would come to me, ask me for my snap, and I'd refuse it because they weren't the one I wanted. And he was just like, "Why are you this stupid, man? You could have got with another girl and, maybe not get the one you want, but at least you can get one." And he's right. I was too focused on my inaptitude of getting what I wanted, but I have to earn it, and I didn't do it the right way. And it's just the way it is. Get over it. But it's only now that I can figure why he's right. Back then, even if someone told me that, I would have been like, no, I didn't get what I wanted, so I don't deserve anything. I was just childish. I wasn't able to have enough retrospect. I didn't have these values of growing, getting better, improving by the day. I just didn't have these views. Like when that happened, it didn't make me more confident in myself. It made me less confident. I felt like I wasn't enough. Even though it should have been the opposite. Most people wouldn't have the balls to do this. I'm better than average. I can do things others are scared to do. And that's, powerful. Being able to do what others are scared to do. I'm not scared to go against the grain, to stick up to my own ideas, to do what seems stupid. And that's why I'm talking about Sneeko in a positive way. Because I'm not scared of the backlash I can get. Because I know, I've thought about this long enough that I know what I'm talking about. Because I've been following Boat for over 5 years now. Boat. I don't know them personally, but as far as what I've seen, Sneeko has never been begging his viewers for ideas. Critical that's what he's doing now. He's pretty much paying people to give him ideas. Why would he do that? I can get so many ideas out of nowhere just because I write so much stuff about growing, being better, having goals, ideas, ideals. I get like 10 ideas per day now. I used to get, 3, 5, maybe. Now I get 10 per day. Just of things I can do. Just talking with people. Yet, even though he's been making YouTube for so fucking long, he doesn't get these ideas. There's so many things to touch, to talk about. But he's never talking about growing, going to the gym, being better, real life experience. He used to talk about these life experiences he's had, but there wasn't ever a moral to it. It was just a funny story. And life is way more than just fun. Of course it's what you want, but it's not what you need. That's what you have to focus on, what you need to do. Before starting recording, I was like, oh, I want to play League. I didn't get to play yesterday. I want to get gold this weekend. But I have to do this. That's what I need. I need to help others. I need to stop focusing on what I want and do what I need. I need to grow. I need to elevate people around me. And Critical doesn't do that. He did his Moist Esport, but it focuses on such a low amount of people, such a little percentage. It's only the best players of a game that is not even that played. Because only it's only on the Switch. The Super Smash Tournament. It's only on the Switch. I don't play on the Switch. Fuck that. If I do, I'm gonna play it on an emulator because I don't want to buy a $500 machine just to play one game to maybe get into competition. Fuck no. Like, I got my PC because I can do recordings, I can watch videos, I can do the editing, I can play games, I can, do a resume, I can do so much things. I can download music, I can email people, I can, network, I can do so much thing with a computer. What can you do with a Switch? You can play games. That's it. That's the only purpose. I'm not gonna invest $500 for an entertainment station. No. That's why I love my computer, because it's way beyond an entertainment station. I have full control over what I can do with that entertainment station. It's not limited to the companies, deciding. I am the one who decides what happens with it. I use Windows. I could have less limitations. Go on Linux. I don't want to go on Linux. I don't want to start coding my way just to get into an application. So I am limited, but I am far less limited than owning a console. I still have my PS4, and it's just laying there because I fucking hate using it. You can only play games, go on the internet, watch videos, Netflix. It doesn't serve me. It doesn't do anything for me. It doesn't allow me to help others. And going back to the Sneeko versus Critical, I think Sneeko did some bad things. Like, pointing the gun on stream was pretty bad. But there's a difference between YouTube and Rumble. On Rumble, you can do anything you want. Can you just point a gun on stream on Twitch? No, you can't. No, you'll get banned. That's the kind of thing you can't do, bullying, menacing someone that you have the intention of maybe killing him online, on these platforms. But on Rumble, it's a free speech platform. You can say whatever the fuck you want. Yet, even though, Critical makes these, he brings out a fucking AR, tries to menace Sneeko, he's allowed to do these things. It's not age restricted. He can do it. Just showing it on cam. What the fuck is this? This is not a firing range. This is his home. And people are just praising him because, oh, he said it's not a clip, it's a mag. Wow, bro. Are you fucking serious? That's a roast. Like, do you not know what's a synonym? There are many words for the same thing. It's like cap, lying. They're the same thing. Yet no one is, oh, you said cap, it's actually lying, roasted. No, because everyone knows what it is. And I think Sneeko showing some, mags, let's say it's mags, was actually funnier because there was a context to it. He was talking about clips, and then he pulls out a mag, which can be called a clip. But what Charlie said wasn't even funny. He just said, oh, it's not a clip, it's a mag. And pulls out guns and shows it. And I just thought it was cringe. I didn't click off because I wanted to see if he actually had something to say, but no, he didn't. He didn't. Critical dropped massively in my esteem. I'm not saying Sneeko is perfect. He's obviously not. He shouldn't have even tried to do anything about Charlie anyways. The best thing he could have done was ignore him. But it's the same thing for Charlie. He should have ignored Sneeko. Just kept grinding. Yet he had to acknowledge him in the most pathetic way. Reusing some old clips that aren't true. Saying that Sneeko is advocating for child porn when he isn't. He's just about opening up your eyes on the fact that this isn't child porn. And you should try to watch it for yourselves to understand what the goal of the show is. But you have to be better. Be that better person. You have a better perception than most. Use it. If I can see all these things in people and I'm a fucking nobody, imagine a guy with 10 million subscribers who understands the algorithm. He should be able. He doesn't use it. He doesn't use his mind to the fullest. So keep using your mind to the fullest, and you'll be the top guy one day. You'll be the king. Keep growing.